Hi, I'm Janet, and today I'm going to make for you a chicken and spinach quiche. If you have leftover chicken, this is a good way to make it go a little further. The first thing you have to do when you're making this is to start with a refrigerated crust. I happen to use the Pillsbury pie crust. You pull out one of these, there's 2 in each package, and spread it out in a 9-inch pie plate, preferably a glass one. Push it into the plate well, and when it's all pushed in and up on the sides, take a fork and prick the whole thing all over, on the sides, on the bottom, and put it on a cookie sheet, and then put it into your oven to pre-cook it. You want your oven on 400 degrees, and you want to put it in the middle rack of your oven. I have already pre-cooked my pie crust, and here it is. You can kind of, if you look closely, probably see a few of the little pricks from it, but this way the pie crust does not bubble up. So after we do that, we take 7 eggs and put them in a large bowl, and let's whisk them together. To that, we are going to add about 2/3 of a cup of skim milk. Whisk that together really good. That's pretty nicely mixed. Now we are going to take about 2 cups of chicken that have pre-cooked chicken, and I've got them cut up into 1/2-inch cubes or something like that, and we're going to add that to our eggs and our milk. And to that we're going to add about 1/3 or a little bit more cup of Swiss cheese or any other cheese that you prefer. I happen to love Swiss cheese, so this works for me very nicely. And then we are going to add about 4 ounces of mushrooms that are chopped. So it's about 1/2 of one of those cartons that you get from the store. And we're going to throw that in also. And then we are going to add 1 cup of baby spinach that you have chopped. Doesn't have to be too fine a chop, but we want it chopped up. And we're going to mix this all together. And to this, we're going to add about a teaspoon of salt. I'm probably adding a little bit less, about 1/8 of a teaspoon of pepper. And they needed dried thyme. I have ground thyme, so I'm going to use a little bit of this. And mix that again really well. Once we get it all incorporated, we are going to pour this into our pie crust. I love mushrooms, so I'm going to get all the mushrooms out that I can. Okay. Just kind of spreading it out a little bit so that it's spread out pretty even. And I'm going to place this in the oven on the cookie sheet and the middle rack of the oven, and we're going to bake this for about 50 to 60 minutes. We want it done, so when you put a fork in, you want to know that the eggs are cooked. So put a knife or a fork in after about 50 minutes and check it to see how it is. And we'll check it out when this is all done. Well, the quiche is done, and it looks beautiful. I will try to hold it up so you all can see how wonderful it looks. I hope you enjoy this and have found a new use for leftover chicken. See you again soon.